EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Blackknights of Toronto taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Hey, great job.
They'll start on the ground, ETN. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that, and they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
Go.
ETN on the toss right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Another tote for ETN. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. But you look at this defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7.
I
mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game, and I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put him in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
Now O'Connell. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. First carry of the game for Zamir White. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Zamir White, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On third down, Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first two drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This is fielded at the 27. Shreds him with a stiff arm. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over first and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing, O'Connell. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter. And it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. 20. 5. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Black Knights lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing quickly. This is caught by Kirk. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. The Jaguars had 8 and 6 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful. I expect them to do just that.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's a 2nd and 5. And they'll go again with Etienne. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They go play action with Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Etienne. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their... Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
Play after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
First down and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
23 yards the pickup there. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's O'Connell again on 2nd and 10. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Black Knights have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
11. 11, Agate. 13, Luke. Go, let's go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 16-yard line.
To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
It's going to be a good day, boys. We got this.
Hey, easy.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Jupiter. Go.
This is luck, boys. Make some good plays today.
30 left. 11. Hey, kill.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
What are you looking at, ref? Did you see the replay? Are we watching the same game, ref?
Hey, let's go.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
Go. Think right.
Do them offense. Defense can't stop you.
11.
Lawrence going to throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know They're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's O'Connell. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before break. O'Connell will get this underneath to Jacobs. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And they go play action here with O'Connell. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Weaver. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And I don't think he got there, no. Too short, maybe 4th and inches.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
ETN once more. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
13, Luke.
Lawrence will throw. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead and you're controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And now the 3rd down throw.
I think it's safe to say he's made some questionable decisions out there so far.
Forcing throws into tight coverage has already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. With it is Jackson. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. He's got space past the 25. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
That's good for a Jacksonville. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Lawrence. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
A loss of 11. It's 2nd and 21 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. They've got his man complete. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They run the option left with Lawrence. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Brings up 2nd
Here's Lawrence to throw. Going for it all. That is incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. And that one, just an absolute killer, a chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Once again, it's Jacobs. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw here, O'Connell. That's going to be knocked away.
That's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down. He was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
A 54-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown! And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a 1-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end. And you.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. O'Connell gets this to Myers, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's O'Connell. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer, and he's brought down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's O'Connell. And he can't get a throw up. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Trayvon Walker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now O'Connell. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's 1st down. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll go down at the and 26 following a gain of 6. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock, this for the win. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Toronto, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire